Zevahim Daf Kof Aleph Amud Aleph, 2 lines down. We mentioned before about how Aharon was an onen after his two sons Nadav and Avihu passed away. Now we're going to go into detail. To number nine, Kiken Suveti, that I was commanded Kasha Siveti as I had commanded. Kasha Siva Hashem like Hashem commanded. Kiken Siveti Bananut Eyochlu. It means that what does the first part mean? I was commanded. That means Moshe said that even though they were an onen, you should still eat the korban mincha by the inauguration. Kasher Siveti b'sha'at ma'aseh amar lehem. When he was talking to them, he actually told them, when Nadav and Abihu passed away, he said, eat the korban. Kasher Siva Hashem lo ma'elani omer. He's saying, Hashem told me to tell you this, not me, to eat it. Or Minu Vistira says, 1 second, Mipnei aninut nesefa. We say that the hatat of that Rosh Chodesh was burnt because they were onen. Since they were all onen, the father, Aharon, and the other two sons were all onen, they were the only Kohanim. That's why the Pasuk says, like these, I would not have. That's why I was unable to eat it. The Gemara says, so we seemingly say that they couldn't eat it. Why did we just say that Moshe said you could eat it? Amar Shmuel lakashe'av b'Rebuda. First verse says according to the Rebuda, it says mutar. Rabbi Nachman second opinion says Rabbi Nachman says asur. Then it says mipnei anenut nisaf. They burned the hatat of the Rosh because they were onin. That's why he mentioned the word ka'ila. The Rabbi Nachman according to Rabbi Rabbi Shimon Nemrim mipnei tum'an nisafah. They were burnt because they were tameh. She'im haomer mipnei anenut nisafah. Because if you say that it was because of aninut, hayu l'shoshani shizrefu. They should have burnt all three korban hataot, but they didn't. Another point is, they could, if it was just onen, they could eat it at nighttime. No reason to burn it, so therefore it must be tamed. Another reason, Pinahas was also with a queen, and he's not an onen, so he was able to eat it. Rav Amar says, really both according to Be'echina, the first part which says that Aninut was okay to eat it was regarding that particular time. But in future generations, Aninut would not be able to eat. Maybe so if that's the case, how does Rabbi Hanina explain the Pesukim? The Rabbanan Hechi tells the Hanikran. How do other Hachamim explain it? Rabbi Hanina tells lahu Hachi. Rabbi Hanina looks into the Pesukim as follows: Madu alo achatem. Moshe asked, "Why don't you eat the korban?" Amalo Moshe laron, because Moshe told him, "Shema nechnas dama lefnei nasim." Do you think that the blood entered in the wrong place in the hechal instead by mistake? That's why you need it. Amalo, he says, "No. Hen lo huva etama. It wasn't brought there." Shema do you think it went outside the wrong location? That's why you need it. Amalo, he says. Vakodesh Shaita was always in the right place. V'dima b'aranut v'akriv tulav v'sindom. Do you think that since you were an onen, that's why it's basul? Amalo, he said, Moshe, v'chihem hikrivu. My sons didn't offer it. Ani krafti, I offered it, and therefore I would not make it pasul by just bringing it as an onen. If that's the case, Amalo, hen lo huva adama. If that's the case, Vakodesh Shaita, if it was done correctly, achal techlu ata kasha sivati, then why don't you eat it? B'aranut techluah. You should eat even the onen. Therefore, my Lord, Moshe, Aaron answered him, ותקראנה אותי כאלה ואכלתי חטאת היום היטב בעיני Hashem. He says, these deaths of my sons happened to me. That's why I'm an onen. If I were to eat the hatat, would Hashem be happy? Maybe you didn't hear that it was only waived for this occasion of the inauguration, but the Rosh Chodesh would not be allowed. And if you're considering the korban of future generations, you should take kal vachomer from these halacha maaser sheni, which is more lenient. Maaser hakal, just like maaser sheni, which is lenient. I'm not halti, but many you should not eat while you're onen because so for sure these type of things, the future halachot like Rosh Chodesh, lokoshakin. So for sure should be onen should be eat from this korban. The Gemara says that miyad right after that, Vayishma Moshe. Moshe heard and he approved that what hauda v'lo bosh Moshe lamar. Moshe admitted that he made a mistake. He wasn't embarrassed. Lo Shemati, he didn't say I didn't hear it. I never heard that. Elamar, he said Shemati v'shachakti, I heard it and I forgot. Wow, what a moment for Moshe to do that. Okay, Rabbi Shimon, Hechim Tazdu, how did Rabbi Shimon explain this Pesukim? How Hechim Moshe explain it as follows: Ma'adu Allah hatem v'chatat b'mkom hakadosh shema nechnas l'mal lefayim. Why didn't you eat it? Did you think that it entered the wrong place? Ma'alo, and lo huvad mal. No, it was not brought out. Brought into the wrong place. Shema Hazim said, do you think it went out? Malo hin bakodesh hayta. No, it was the right place. But do you think because you're an you disqualified it? Malo Moshe. My sons offered it. If my sons didn't offer it, which make it possible, I brought it. That's the case. Maybe because you were sad. Maybe you made it by accident. My lawyer says that Moshe, is that how you think of me? I would abuse these Kodesh of Shemaim. But even though these things happen to me with my sons, I still will not do that to Hashem. Korbanos. Amalei said, "Hen ilah v'nekdama b'boshliyata achol t'achol t'kodesh b'kodesh t'divati." That's the case. So how come you didn't eat it? But I mean, Hashem said to eat it when you're in. My lawyer said back to him, "B'Shem Eloah Shemata V'Lela." You didn't hear that I'm only able to eat at nighttime. I'm able to eat it at nighttime, but this happened during the day. Diva Yom, Kavachomer Maaser Kal, and the reason why a day is asur because Kavachomer from Maaser, Ma Maaser Kal, I'm not told Allah Hadav Lo Mani. So Kodesh Hamor, this case is Karban is more Hamor than Maaser. Lo Kodesh Shekem Sashav Shaydet. Miyad, then therefore, and after that, Meishma Moshe, Vayta Beinav, same thing. Lo Bosh Lomar. Lo Bosh Moshe Lomar Lo Shemati Ela Shemati V'Shachachti. So we see from here, Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Yehuda hold that it only applies during the day, not nighttime. Ibarilo L'Shaved Mechel Or this, as the case, why don't they just wait till nighttime to eat it? Where it says Tuma Be'ones Ba'ata, at that point, Tuma accidentally touched it, became Tameh, and that's why they burnt it. Okay. Based on what it makes sense according to Hamid's explanation. That's why the pasuk says Hayom to eat it today. But according to Bida, why mention today? There's no problem if it doesn't make a difference day or night. Where it says Chovat Hayom is referring to the halacha, the mitzvah day. Based on what it makes sense according to Yahya's explanation. Hin bayom. That's what the pasuk says for the day. What does that mean? Achi kamar hin hikrivu. They, my sons, offered the korban. Ani hikrasi. I brought it. Okay. Amar more. We said earlier that Rabbi Don Rishimon said that if it was based on Anunut, they would have burnt all the korbanot. The Gemara says, "Mashrush which three?" Tamar says, "Seira hatat darash Moshe." Regarding the hatat goat, mentions goat hatat and asking. Seir zu seir nachshon. The goat is referring to nachshon, the nasi korban. Hatat this refers to zu hatat shemini. This refers to the hatat of the eighth day of the inauguration. The Rosh asking, Seir Shel Chodesh is referring to Rosh Chodesh goat. Yachosh Rosh Nizru, you might think all three be burnt. The Pasuk says, V'hineh soraf, soraf. That's why it says it shall be burnt, singular. Echad Nisraf, Rosh Nisraf, only one of them, not all. The Rosh Hashanah, when Moshe says that the double Lashon of inquiring, Shed Roshot Lama, why need two? Amalhu, Moshe to Aaron, Mepnei Ma Hatat Zunafa, why'd you burn it? And why'd you leave the other korbanot not eaten and not burnt? We don't know which one's which. The Pasuk says, God gave his korban to get forgiveness for Bnei Israel. Have the this year Chodesh won't be the Hatat of the Chodesh, which bring kapara for Bnei Israel. Rasa Shapir Kamalei. If that's the case, then Rudan and Shimon had a good answer. According to how did Michia answer that? Why didn't you burn the other two? The Gemara says, he has a good reason. That occasion, the Ananut did not make it pasul. More we said earlier, they could have eaten at nighttime. Shabir Kamalei, so how can Ibn Yechon not agree with that? He says, because he says, no, Ibn Yechon holds it, Amen applies even at nighttime, mitzvah. The Ma'achar explanation, Valo Pinchas was there. How come he didn't eat it? Shapir Kamal who questioned against Ibn Hamia. He holds Pinchas did not become a Kohen till he kills Zimri. The Tibas says, seemingly only after he killed him, he became a Kohen, and he wasn't a Kohen yet. He did not become a Kohen until he made peace amongst Bnei Israel Shvatim during Yoshua time. שנאמר פסוק וישמע פנחס הכהן ונשיאי העדה וראשי אלפי ישראל. Whereas Ve'idi Nami, according to Rashi, Haktif Italo Zarala has explained the story of Pinahas killing Zimri. What does that mean? Where it says Ketiva, who was mentioned, Beracha, it mentions Beracha, not a granting of Kehuna. But how does Rabbi Lazar hold regarding the other pasuk Hakti Veishma Pinachas HaKohen, the pasuk by Yeshua, where it says that's just teaching you that Pinachas' children will get under him the Kehuna. Okay, I'm all up. Moshe Rabbeinu Kohen Gadol v'Cholik Moshe Rabbeinu was technically Kohen Gadol, and he partook inside the korbanot. Shemar pasuk says, Me'el hamiluim Moshe haya l'mana. The ram of the inauguration, Moshe took a portion. Basically, the question, Pinchas was there. We meet him as Moshe was a Kohen. You could have asked also, Moshe was also there. But we didn't say that, he wasn't a Kohen. The question is, Moshe was different. The Tarei Bishkina, he's busy with Hashem. They more Moshe came up and down from Har Sinai early in the mornings. So you couldn't have eaten. The question is, Imnim Rabbi Koshim, Pasuk mentions Koshim, Lamana Koshim, why mention Kalim? If mention Kalim, Lamana Koshim, why mention Koshim? Illo Mara Koshim Kalim, so if you not mention Kalim, how you would have thought? Koshe Kashim, who Lachel. Maybe only Koshe Kashim, a Kohen with a mum can eat. Share Hutrula Zarav Zen, because also a non Kohen can eat from it as well. Koshim Kalim, no Lachel, but therefore Kalim he can eat. Below no Mara Koshe Kalim, if you not mention Koshim, how you would have thought because Kalim who Yachel, maybe you can eat Kalim, Shane Kalim because it's lenient. Because Shekalim they but you can't eat kachim. The kachanimro koche kachim, the kachanimro kachim as I mentioned both. Okay, Tanamiya, however, we see, Shareh Hutrula Zarabatam, we see that the Kosher Kachim is mutar to a non-Kohen. Lab Moshe must be referring to Moshe. No one else is able to eat a kosher kachim. Obviously, that means he's not a kohen. Versus the Marav Sheshet le. Bim Bama Lazar is referring to a non-kohen. In the case of a Bama, which is the mizbeach before they had an official mizbeach, they were able to make the personal mizbeach. Or the Abraham where Yishmin Halim Bama, is according to opinion says they were able to bring a kohen mincha by the Bama. Method of a question. Miriam mi hizkira. When Miriam got sarat, who was the one that locked her in? Yeah, kohen, in order to confirm a sarat and activate the sarat halacha, you have to confine her, confine the patient, basically. So, Itomar Moshe Esgrav, you said that Moshe was one who did it. Moshe Zarahu, he was not a Kohen. Ve'en Zaro Ed, and a non-Kohen cannot inspect the Tzarat. V'im Tomar Aaron Esgrav, if you want to say that Aaron did it, Aaron Karov, Aaron's relative. Ve'en Karov Ro Ed Negaim, and a relative cannot inspect the Negaim. Moshe also a relative. Good question. Find me the answer and text me. 1 point. Ella Kavod Gadol Halak L'Hakadosh Baruch Hu L'Miyam Tasha. Must be Hashem gave Miriam special honor. Ani Kohen, Hashem said, I'm a Kohen, but Ani Maskiran, I will confine her. Ani Hotan, I will confirm it, but Ani Potran, I will release her from the Sarat at the end. Tanya, whatever we see from the Braita, Moshe Zav and Zara wrote the Kohen, we see that Moshe was considered non-Kohen. Question. Rav said he is a Kohen. Gemara says it. I'm not Bar Yitzhak, Shani, Marot Negaim, Negaim is different. The Aaron Banav Ketubah and Rashat, because when mentioned by Sarat, Torah specifically mentioned Aaron and his sons. That's why it limited and excluded Moshe. Metzveh, question is, Hamesh Simachon, until Elisheva Yitera Adonat Israel. Elisheva, who was the sister of Nashon, and she was married to Aaron Cohen. She had 5 separate experiencing of happiness. Why? Even Muhammad, her brother-in-law, Moshe was considered king. Isha, her husband, Kohen Gadol, Aaron was Kohen Gadol. Benah, Sagan, her son Elazar was Sagan Kohen Gadol. Ben Benah, her grandson Pinahas, Mashul Mechamo was the Kohen Gadol for war. Va'ahia, her son, brother Nashon, Nasi Shevet was the prince, the Nasi of the tribe of Judah. But she also lost 2 sons. She was in mourning. Tanamiya, look at that, Nahas. Tanamiya, regarding the Breta, Nahat as in Nahat, that she has, there's Nahat from her family. We see from the Breta, however, you have a Melech, we said you're brother of the king. Melech in Kohen, not a Kohen, seemingly question against Rav, who said he is a Kohen. The Gemara says, Emma, Af Melech. Not only was a king, but he also was a Kohen Gadol. Now, not only Kohen Gadol, but also a king, not a question.